Hey guys, so I know it's been a while since I've cooked anything, but I'll be in the kitchen today. I'll be doing lasagna and I'm gonna try my hand at a banana bread, chocolate chip banana bread recipe. So let's go into the kitchen and see what I'll be up to. Okay guys, so first things first, I've got my ground beef here. I'm going to season this up. What I normally do is shred my onions, my garlic, my ginger. Yes, I like to add a little ginger. Crush some pimentos. If I'm adding scallion, I dice those, dice some peppers and add to it. I'm going to season this up and leave it here for about 2 to 3 hours. I'm gonna head to church. When I get back, I'll finish with my lasagna. Here we are with all my seasoning added. You can see some peppers diced, hot peppers, my onion, my garlic, crushed pimento, a little ginger. Yes, I knew I forgot to add something to this. I forgot to add my Maggie seasoning. Let's get this. And that's more like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead, rub this in. It's not defrost completely, but that's okay, because I will be leaving this here, as I said, for a few hours. By the time I get back, everything would have marinated into the ground beef. You don't need a lot of Maggie season up or whatever powdered seasoning you choose to use, because I will be adding a lot of cheese. You know me already. You guys know that I love cheese. So there's a lot of salt in the cheese, so we don't need a lot of salt flavor from our seasoning in this. What we need is flavor from the spices that we have added: the onion, the thyme, the pepper, the garlic, the ginger, that sort of thing. So now that everything seems like it's been evenly distributed, let me go ahead. I'm gonna leave this here, wash my hands again, and cover this. Alright, so now that I'm back at home, I'm gonna go ahead, add my cooking oil here, let it heat for a little bit, and add my ground beef. It doesn't take a long time to cook. This should be ready maybe in about 10 minutes. Over here I have my pot with hot water. I'm gonna add my pasta to this when it starts to boil. I've added a little bit of oil in it to prevent my pasta from sticking together. So I don't want this to stick together too much, so I'm gonna have to stir this until you can see between the ground beef, and then I'll take it off, cover it, sort my pasta out, and I'll start to layer it in my pan. Alright, since this is almost ready, I'm going to add my tomato sauce to this. My water is boiling over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my pasta. So right here, this is actually tomato sauce. When you're making lasagna, you don't want to use a lot of tomato sauce because it's very tangy and it can actually spoil the taste of the food. So I'm gonna cover this and let it simmer for a little bit. Alright, so I'll be adding my lasagna noodles one at a time. I don't want the pot to be overcrowding, because if it's overcrowded, they will actually stick together, and I'm trying to prevent that. I want my noodles to be hard and nice, firm, not too hard, firm enough so that when I'm layering them into the pan, it doesn't break. While that is being done, I'm gonna get started on my banana bread. It shouldn't take me a long time to do it because it's pretty easy. I'm gonna be using maybe 6 of these overly ripe bananas. I'm gonna crush them like I did in the last video. I'm just gonna go ahead and mix everything in. I'll be using chocolate chip also, and almonds, cranberries, and what else am I going to add to this? I'm not sure. Whatever else I can find, I'll just throw around and prepare it. This time around, I'll actually be using melted butter for my banana bread instead of whipping the butter cold. Let's check on my noodles. I think they're about done, so I'm gonna turn this. And my butter has been added, my sugar, my bananas. I'm gonna go ahead and whip this, and then I'll be adding about 4 to 5 eggs in this. now that my eggs have been added, the last thing that I need to add to this is my flour. I'm gonna add my flour and my baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And my batter looks like it's ready. So I'm gonna go ahead, preheat my oven, do my lasagna, and I'm gonna put everything in at the same time. Alright, so this is my first layer for my lasagna. I'm gonna add some cheese to this, and I'm gonna keep doing it until it reaches the top. Normally I would have added ricotta cheese on top of my noodles, but I couldn't get any, so I'm gonna use my 4 cheese blend. If you know me, you know that there's no such thing as too much cheese for me. So I'm gonna be adding a lot of cheese to this. And here we are, my lasagna is ready to go into the oven. My chocolate chip banana bread, my chocolate chip and almonds and craisins banana bread, and my plain banana bread. So let's pop these into the oven. We're gonna put them in and leave them for about 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll check on them and see where they are. Let's check on my lasagna. Ooh, oh my god, this is looking good. I think I can take this. Oh no. Let's see how the banana bread is going. Alright, so this is not quite ready. Another 10 minutes or so that I'm gonna roll it back. This one is almost ready. So I'm gonna leave these for another 10 minutes and then I'll turn the oven off. And we're done. Let me go ahead and share this. My, I can't wait to begin. Ooh, I need a bigger fork for this. Oh my god. And there you have it, guys. That's a piece of my lasagna. I'm gonna put the rest of this in the fridge to take to work tomorrow. Just waiting on the banana bread to finish now. And this looks about done. Alright, thank God. So it's time to take these out now. I am going to sample my chocolate chip banana bread. Oh my god, look at all that chocolate chip. And I'm done. This took me a little less than an hour to prepare with the lasagna. Also over here I'll be taking that to work tomorrow. And this is really soft and nice, so I'm gonna try this now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me once again in the kitchen. It's been a pleasure. Before I go, our Bible verse of the day is taken from St. John 3 verse 16, and it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life." Okay guys, thank you. See you on the next one, and shalom.